What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. I talk about this a lot, but I'm going to keep bringing it up because it's so easy to forget this. And this will be a quick one, by the way. Investors are an interesting bunch. We very quickly tend to forget history, even if it was like a month ago. It's like when markets are red for, weeks at a time, sometimes months at a time, everyone, well, I'd say most investors who are just using kind of first order thinking are like, well, markets are bad, things are red, everything is going down, it's probably going to keep going down. And they make decisions based on really first order thinking and just coming up to that conclusion. And when the markets are up and they're green and everyone is talking about it, then most DeFi investors, and actually most investors at large, think, oh, these times will last forever. Again, first order thinking. Oh, markets are green, a lot of liquidity entering, everyone's excited, I'm going to invest, things are going to keep going up. Very few, logically, I know we all understand this, but very few can override their emotions and actually use second order thinking. The markets are down, they're red, everyone is selling. That must be a good time for me to start buying because the markets can't go down forever and I'm getting things at a 20%, 50% in crypto, sometimes a 200-300% discount. Vice versa, when the markets are green and everything is pumping and things are up 2x, 3x, in crypto 8x, 10x, 20x, it's like now is a good time for me to take profit because second order thinking would tell me that the markets are green, everything is kind of overbought, there's euphoria in the air, and it's going to be one domino. A couple dominoes will fall, and people start exiting the market, and I am not going to be exit liquidity, so let me stay on top of this, and let me start laddering out, locking in profit, and ensuring that I stick to a profit-taking plan. I know you know this, but knowing and doing are two completely different things, and most people know this, yet they still do the opposite. They still go with the herd, and the herd mentality do not make money. They are the liquidity for those who don't follow the herd, people like you and me. We do it different. We do the opposite most of the time. I remember thinking about this when I kind of started my investing career and my business career. Is like, I'm not the smartest, okay. Like I'm not like Einstein level genius. There's a lot of people smarter than me. But I kind of bet on if I just do the opposite of what most people do most of the time, then I will be most of the time on kind of the winning side of the equation. Not always, but most of the time. And so I've just kind of adapted that. When I see most people doing something, I instantly start thinking, I don't want to be on that side. And most of the time, I'm right and better for it. There have been times, and I'm not talking just investing, I'm talking life, I'm talking kind of beliefs and culture and just how most people are. I'm like, I'll just do the opposite. If the everyday person gives me advice, I typically will be like, thank you, and I'll take the opposite. It's really fascinating to me how like we listen to the advice of 99% of people, but they're not living the life or getting the results that we'd actually want, yet we still take their advice because we want to be part of the tribe. I only take advice from that 1%. I'm talking 1%. They don't have to be rich. If I'm looking for relationship advice, it's like, hey, the 1%, someone who's had a relationship for 20 years, awesome family, keeps it together, and has a really beautiful communicative relationship. I'm only going to listen to 1% of people because most people are in relationships that I would never want, ever. Just like I would never want it. Financially, same thing. Health-wise, same thing. It's a very small percentage of people that I'll actually take health advice from. If the doctor or if my practitioner or if my health and wellness person, I'm thinking holistic health practitioner, doesn't look the part, feel the part, live the part, I'm not taking your advice. It's that easy. And so all this to bring it back to don't follow the herd. When times are good, they won't be good forever. And when times are bad, they won't be bad forever. Make your investment choices appropriately.